Hello and welcome back. My sigh is especially deep today because I have to deal with yet another meta quest here. But we, at this point, know the drill, guys. If you just seen my last couple of episodes, we just keep getting meta quests from Nimbalas, and that's the third one, I believe. So he already gave it to us, but he still will give us more as part. In other words, he's not satisfied with us giving us a meta quest, but he wants to also give portions of the quests that compose the meta quest because he's hungry that way. He's eager that way. He's jealous that way. Okay, here we go.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Alas, the tale of the North Kingdom is one of tragedy. Erendur, son of Elendor, was the last king of Arnor, before his sons splintered the North Kingdom into the realms of Arthedain, Cardolan, and Rhudaur. Unfortunately, much lore of those final days was lost with him. He rests still in his tomb, Haut Erendur, and with him, we believe, some fragments of the knowledge of the last days of Arnor. Would you perhaps venture into the tomb and take rubbings of any engravings you might find there? Be wary, for I do not doubt that enemies, beasts, or the elements have invaded that tomb, as they have so many others here. And of course, nobody will accompany you to protect you or while you're doing the rubbings, because, we're meant to be that way. Entombed of Haut Erendur.
How can I be of service?
I'm sure much knowledge of the last days of Arnor has been lost in Haut Erendur for lo these many ages. Okay.
Would you do something for me?
The tomb robbers have found a place where they will make their final stand. Within the tomb of Haut Erendur, they now scramble to take whatever they can. Once they have enough, they will leave Evendim never to return. Once you enter, they will have nowhere to go, and we can end this once and for all. With the way they're breeding, dude, I don't think so. On our terms. None shall go unpunished for the acts they have committed against our ancestors. Head to Haut Erendur and defeat whatever tomb robbers you find within. And this today, Basildor. Why the eagerness all of a sudden? Robbers of Haut Erendur.
What do you need?
With this final blow, the tomb robbers of Evendim will be no more. That's what you say. That's not what I say. Just for the record, Alright, Maladon.
Would you do something for me?
When we came here, we thought the only trouble that we would have in these tombs would be a few robbers, and then making sure the wolves did not come down upon us. Wow, that's quite the thing you have to make sure. No one foresaw the Kergrim, whatever they are. All I know is that they are vicious carrion feeders that would sooner kill you than look at you. Well, yeah, because it means more carrion for them now. A group of them have taken to living within Haut Valandur. That is a problem I need you to rectify. Kergrim of Haut Valandur, don't boss me around too much or I might refuse to follow.
How can I be of service?
I have no words of advice beyond strike them first and strike them hard. Funny.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Valandur was one of the kings who ruled over Annuminas during his glory years. He was a wise and just man, and he was known to his people by his scepter. As he judged a case or complaint, he would carefully ponder the words that were being said. To maintain order, only those holding his scepter were allowed to speak. When he had made a decision, the scepter would shine with a white light. How so? We had thought this scepter lost to history, but recently I have seen a Kergrim stalking around Haut Valandur holding it. I believe he makes his nest within the tomb. We must have Valandur's scepter returned to us. Valandur's scepter. Interesting.
What can I do for you?
We must have this scepter returned to us. Okay, I got it. Okay. Next. Talk to Netrandir.
Would you do something for me?
Upon taking the throne, each of the rulers of Annuminas was given a ring by the Blue Lady. This signified their right to rule, and also identified them to others from outside the kingdom. It has long been rumored that these rings also had some form of extra power. You don't say. Not like the rings of power themselves, mind you. Well, sure, but something else. I believe Arantar's ring may still be in his tomb, and that is what Angmar is desperately searching for. How do you know those things? Are you brave enough to scout on your own without me? See if you can find it first. Arantar's ring. Okay.
How can
We
I be of
must
service?
find that ring before Angmar does. Sure.
Would you do something for me?
We know little about the reign of Arantar. I have been in his tomb before. A modest place indeed. He was clearly of some importance and must have done something of worth, but that knowledge has been lost to us. However, like all the kings of the north, he wielded a ring gifted to him by the Blue Lady. Legend has it that some virtue resides within the ring, though of no power as significant as the rings of power. But any power is tempting to you, right? Nevertheless, it is the prize for which the Angmarim search. I'm certain of it. Or if the Angmarim after it, they believe that the power is significant enough. Head to Haut Arantar and drive the Angmarim out. Let them know that they have a formidable foe to deal with, which is me, right? And the tomb robbers will protect them no longer. Tomb robbers were never able to protect them, really. Ransackers of Haut Arantar.
Greetings.
Angmar shall feel our wrath and know that we do not mean to allow them free reign within our homeland. Excuse me. Okay. And finally, Rodlan.
Stay a moment.
We still do not have a grasp onto why Angmar has come here, and why now. There must be a reason that eludes us. One reason is that these minor lesser rings of power, no? One step we can take to try to figure it out is to see if we can get our hands on the orders one of their leaders carries. I have seen one of them near the entrance to Haut Eldakar. I believe he's leading the searching there. Find him with him and recover the orders from him. Then bring them back here, and maybe we can begin to unravel this mystery. Orders of the Iron Crown.
What can I do for you?
Those orders might help us discover what is going on here. Maybe.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Unlike Haut Arantar, where the Angmarim are just ransacking, destroying the crypt, which is, none of our business, right? We don't care about that. The searching at Haut Eldakar seems to be much more methodical. Very little has been removed thus far. Whatever they're looking for there must be of great importance to their purpose here in Annuminas. Well, I agree with that. If they're more careful, then they must believe there's something of more import in there. We must delay them while we discover what their goal is. If you were to drive out the party currently searching within, it would buy us valuable time. Searchers of Haut Eldakar.
What can I do for you?
You must delay them while we search for the reason they are here. Okay, so quite a few quests. I don't even believe we can have them all active. Let's see. Well, yeah, that's a crazy amount of quests we're having here. But we can at least remove the meta quest. Okay, we actually have enough. Okay, let's start with whatever we can start with. I guess with collecting rubbings within Erendur, Haut Erendur, which is past this one. Now I know my way better around here, guys. Unsurprisingly, because we have been exploring those a couple of times already. And Haut Erendur was one of those that definitely did explore more. A hardened tomb robber is no match for us, as usual. Okay, let's see. A tomb within the Way of Kings. Yes, and that must be a statue of Erendur himself. Collected rubbings within Hold Erendor, yes. Okay. Have to defeat more of those. That shouldn't be a problem. Yes, not a problem whatsoever. You as well? Okay. Easy. Easy stuff. Okay. It's actually doing the rubbings will take us more time than defeating the tomb robbers that we needed to defeat. Okay. Next, this one. Just walking in circles here. Or at least we'll make one grand circle. Okay. And one more over here, and we're done. Now, if we can only find our way back to the exit. So got a little bit dizzy going that way. Okay, it's the opposite way. Here we go. All right, 2 quests down already. So next, we need to defeat Kegrim in Haut Valandur. Wait, it's over there, no? Wait. That doesn't count, does it? Counts only for the deed. Oh yeah. That's right. This is Haut Valandur. And hopefully retrieve the scepter as well. That'll be interesting. We could do that. We need to only defeat 4 Kegrim? Why? Why just 4, man? Not sure, but okay. Okay. Well, I have no choice but defeating even more. Wow, Kegrim? But where is the scepter though? Ah, the Bone Eater. He has the scepter. They have retrieved Valandur's scepter. See? But this Kegrim was different from the rest, which means they have some form of hierarchy or some other way. Yeah, that's interesting. They might be more sentient than we think they are. I mean, they're definitely sentient, of course, but quite interesting. Okay, so 2 more quests down just like that again. Next, we need to defeat Angmarin in Haut Arantar and find Arantar's ring, hopefully. Wow, this creepy crawly is giving me shivers. So nasty and huge. Okay. Easy, easy, very easy. Now you might think that they'll keep being easy for us doing quests in Evendim, but that actually is not true. Things will get rather different once we reach Annuminas, I'm sure, because it's a special place. The ring is not here. What about here? Tomb within the Way of Kings? Guess we have to go through all of those tombs. Ring is not here. We have to keep track of which tombs we have checked. Ring is not here either. Ah, you're still alive. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to make you suffer. Not here either. Okay, let's keep going. Not here. A hymn chanter, huh? Okay. Looking within the tomb, you notice a glint. You have found Arntar's ring. Great. Awesome, but we cannot look at it. Funny how that works. We have giant pockets, we can fit all kinds of things, but when we find a ring, we cannot find it anywhere in our possession. Okay, well, we're done here as well. Great, so now we have to collect orders from the Angmarine leader at Haut Eldakar, and also just defeat Angmarine there, which is the 4th tomb that is open presently. Okay, so that's that way. A bit of swimming is refreshing after these dealing with unsavory characters. Okay, out Eldakar. So, orders. Who has the orders? Just anybody here? Or a particular Angmarine? This one didn't have any. The hymn chanter, maybe? Maybe? No? Okay. What if nobody's carrying orders today here? Then what? Expeditionary, good. And then a Deadeye Angmarine. Yeah, pretty accurate, but you know, up close is not so impressive. Okay. Again, well preserved except for the floor and some other places, but okay, what about you? Angmarine Commander, yes, you might have the orders. You were tougher. Collected orders from the Angmarine leader at Haut Eldakar. Yes, we did that. Great, so now we're done with those as well. Well, I never expected, considering that those were 8 quests, plus the meta quest that will be done so quickly. But we have. It was well organized, I guess, and we were more efficient. So that's good. I'll see you back at the Rangers camp then. Alright, we're back here. Let's talk to people.
Greetings.
I cannot understand much of this, but I can make out the name. Amartiel. Does that mean anything to you? Amartiel. I think I've seen that name before, and I think it is significant. So, what are we doing now? You can't read the orders? I cannot read the orders? Then what? I have to do something. This was one of the most important quests we just finished.
What can I do for you?
I do not yet know their ultimate purpose, but I know that we have set it back, if only ever so slightly. Yeah, very slightly. By defeating a few people here and there. Okay. And you, Netrandir.
How can I be of service?
Yes, this indeed is Arntar's ring. I will see it get sent to Tinudir immediately. Okay. You mean, I can send it for you, dude, you know? I'm planning to visit, you know?
What can I do for you?
They will soon learn to fear our approach, thanks to you. Oh, at least you acknowledge that it's only thanks to me. Okay. Next. Maladan.
Greetings.
So it is safe to venture within then? Is that all you have to say after I did this for you? Great. Yes, it is a little safer now.
What can I do for you?
This scepter is amazing. It is difficult to believe that after all these years, it is still intact. Again, is that all you have to say? Just like, it's amazing? Are you a teenager? Okay. So, Nimbelas. Okay,
What can I do for you?
thank you, Basabor. These rubbings will help us piece together an important part of our history. Yes, I hope so. Anything else?
What do you need?
That is one threat we shall never have to worry about again. The robbers, yeah, you keep saying that, and I keep saying you there's so many more robbers. They're not particularly powerful, but strength in numbers and all that. Okay, now the meta quest.
What do you need?
You have done much to help us preserve these tombs and crypts, Possible. If the rulers below still lived, I know they would honor and praise you. High praise then, huh? Let's see. Lockmaster shoulder pads, which are part of a set. They're not bad. Let's see. Still, mine are better. Though if you have the whole set, I'm sure it could be decent. Pauldrons of Forgotten Hope. Okay. Yeah. Pauldrons of the Northern Star. Pauldrons of the Arnorian Holdfast. Pauldrons of True Aim. Mantle of Long Memory. Pauldrons of the Heartmender. Mantle of the Vicious Proclamation. Wow, Mantle of the Vicious Proclamation. What a name. Pauldrons of the Old Sworn. And Pauldrons of the Noble Beast. Okay, I'll take the first one.
Would you do something for me?
I have just received word that our encampment in Annuminas is under heavy and near constant assault. Ekat Gartadir is our one foothold in the city itself, and we cannot afford to lose it. I believe that we can handle what is left to do here within the tombs. Please, journey to Ekat Gartadir and join the fight there. Eye of the Storm.
How can I be of service?
I do not know the horrors you will find once you get to Ekat Gartadir, so steel yourself for anything. Yes. As I was saying, guys, it will get harder within the city, I'm sure, sooner or later. And I'll say sooner rather than later as well. Okay, so now we have quite a ride to the other edge of the city, up there. So I think this will be good enough for this episode. Next time, I shall meet you at the I think they called it the South Gate, which we scouted in our previous episode, and we should slowly make our way to Ekat Gartadir if we could. Hopefully, there will be something feasible for us to do. But I think slowly and surely we can make it. Okay, enough with you swarms. Alright, my friends. I shall see you soon. Take care. Well, don't be so deadly. Take care. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.